All right. Well, the last time we tried to do this, I lost connection. I don't know why. I've got all the data in the world. So, but it was only one of my guys that's homesick and his wife. So maybe somebody else will jump in. So let's give it a minute. See who all gets in here. Let me change the link in my Facebook. Facebook. Go away. See if anybody's in there. Live streaming. Nope, nobody. I am no much cooler online. Nope, there's one.
Garrett.
Talk chat. All chat. It's probably Garrett.
Garrett going back.
I deleted the other one. Like, I just completely deleted it.
Never existed. Should I join it? Give you a view?
No, you don't have to. Oh, it is Garrett. All right, see if anybody else will get in here without screwing up my connection. Garrett, we got our steering box and our radiator for the Corvette, so that's going. The Scout's running. I got seats for it. I think I told you that a minute ago. The F-150, we got a transfer case output bearing approved, and it just showed up from the parts supplier. And what else we got, Clint? Oh, I got that over-the-top creeper, and it's put together.
Yeah.
What else we got going? We got cylinder heads for the Suburban.
Oh, yeah, we did get those.
Yep. Steve and I'll probably work on those Saturday. Where's my phone? I need to go grab my phone. Let me grab my phone, see if anybody else jumps in. I need to check my calendar. Okay. Nine texts from the group chat. Mr. Jebediah Springfield is here.
In the flesh.
So, anyways, shop progress. We have been hung up on parts on several projects here recently. Most of the stuff that we're waiting on is specialty type things, hard to come by. It's not exactly junk that you go and get from the stove. So hung up on that. We got a lot of good projects. When I'm looking at the whiteboard, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I got a dozen projects on the whiteboard right now. And yeah, so that's cool. I got some customers I need to follow up with. Quoted 4 jobs today. Yes, inflation. Let's talk about inflation. Parts seem to, Stappy says that parts seem to have doubled in price lately. I don't know about doubling, but I can tell you that there has absolutely been price increases. Whenever I look at some of our vendors, they show price increase, decrease on not individual items, but one of the vendors has like a red arrow, green arrow thing going on. Price increase, price decreases. There hasn't been a price decrease in probably 2.5 years that I've seen. Definitely not since 2020. Things have definitely gone up. Matter of fact, I bought a over-the-top creeper where you can lean over the hood of stuff. We had one here that belonged to Jared when he used to work here, and now it's gone away. So I bought one. I literally Garrett just texted me. I literally looked it up. I told Clint, I was like, hey, it's only $166 our cost, wholesale cost, at Summit. I'll go get you one. The next morning, it went up from 166 to 188 for the same part. The retail price went from 200 to 220. So I went ahead and bought it because the next one up is like $300, and we don't use it that often, but it's nice to have. It's been really nice to have. Our suburban project is going to be going back together here pretty quick, so we're gonna jump on that. We had to find some heads. One of the cylinder heads was cracked, had 3 bent push rods, so and one of those 3 was broken. So yeah. So anyways, parts doubling in price. We have, back off my tangent. We have reached the point where the trickle down of shorthandedness and fuel prices are starting to reach the consumer. And I think that it's one of those deals where the days of the 99-cent gallon of milk are long gone. I mean, we're not going to see that again. I never thought we would see it again in my lifetime to begin with. But then under our former president, it did. And gas got back down pretty cheap, and that was cool. I'm not going to get super political. I will say I wasn't the man's biggest fan, but I did like what he did for my pocketbook and my 401k. That's about all I'm going to leave on that. The situation right now, as far as the inflation goes, regardless of what the current administration wants to define something as, inflation's coming, man, and hopefully we don't get into true hyperinflation. True hyperinflation is when, a gallon of milk, the value of the currency drops to the point where a gallon of milk doesn't cost $1 or $5 or $10. It costs, hyperinflation is where a gallon of milk costs $1,000 because the dollar has equated to the level of the peso at that point, so to speak, or the yuan, or the yen, like where $1 equals a yen. Yeah, we got problems. The euro is down to like 96 cents I don't know, like a couple weeks ago. I don't really follow all this stuff real close, but I get my news through memes. So, yeah. Anyway, so inflation is happening. The other thing that's happening is the hobby. Once we had stimulus checks and we had COVID and we had people working from home and they had more free time and they weren't spending money going out to dinner and doing all this other stuff. When I'd go to our local summit to pick up parts, it would take me an hour for them to pull my order. And now when I go in there, I'm the third guy in line, maybe. And I was talking to one of the managers over there the other day, and he's like, "Dude, it's falling." He said the repair parts are doing good. The Dorman parts and the Cardones and the master cylinders and the calipers and all that kind of stuff. But the Edelbrock stuff, the Holly stuff, Holly stock dropped pretty dramatically. Scott Stapp was telling me, showing me the other day, Holly went from $20 a share to 12 when they released their fourth quarter earnings or something. So, okay, Garrett says $1 is 97 cents euro. And so now it's officially called soccer, and anybody who says football can get there because the dollar is more than the euro. So I remember when the pound was $2 because you could take the price of a house and double it, and that's basically what it costs. So interesting. So yeah, inflation is a thing, man. We've had to bump shop rate. We made a big under 620 for Holly stock last time you looked. Yeah, this was a couple days ago. Let's see. Stappy, is that you? Is that Scott? I'm sorry. I don't know your YouTube handle. Because if that's you, you posted it the other day. Well, let me tell you how many mass texts we get. Our group chat. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right, Scott. Sorry. My bad. Our group chat only goes back to, well, Wednesday, Tuesday. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Our group chat, I don't know if you guys can't see that. It only goes back to Tuesday, and I think I keep 200 messages. So we got a really solid group chat with the Kibby and Friends group. So, yeah. So, okay. So inflation, yeah, it's a thing. There's not much we can do about it. We're kind of screwed on that deal. I see we got 5 people in the chat. I know I'm one. Scott, yeah. Clint, you got anything? You want to talk about?
Nope, I'm just background noise.
Background noise. Well, give me a topic so we can continue to show some engagement here.
Hit me off the head like that.
Well, it doesn't have to be. I don't care what it is. It's open Q&A. This is an AMA. Ask me anything.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Scott, what else you got? What do you want to talk about, man? Rusty K5s? I saw your Michigan truck text. Hellcat Gladiator. All right, that's a good one. Hellcat Gladiator. Hellcat Gladiator is running. We have got we've got axles sitting here. I've got wheels here. I've got tires sitting up at discount, ready for me to pick up. What I am waiting on is a couple of control arms and a couple of lights that I really can't move forward until I get those. And I had to have a conversation with the customer today, and he's like, well, can we just do this? And I was like, no, it's all in one. Like, the wheels don't fit until we change the axles don't fit until we change the arms, and I'm waiting on arms. So Hellcat Gladiator running good now. The fuse block fried. I don't really have a good reason why. It's a Jeep thing, I guess. Maybe. So, yeah, Hellcat Gladiator. And it needs a tune. So I need to get it scheduled for tuning once we change the gears. I can't do the tune until we change the gearing. And I think it needs more converter, to be honest with you, but that's not really in the scope of work for this visit. It seems a little stally, so to speak. Let's see. What's the body work? Okay, so K5 Blazer. I did a checkout on the car on this K5 Blazer that we're working on. I don't know, like 6 months ago when he bought it. But it wasn't a pre-buy inspection. It was it does this, it does that, it does this, and what's it going to take moving forward? And then he gets it and he pulls the interior out of it, pulls the carpet. We get it back over. We got the suspension stuff finally here. We had, once again, shocks on back order, steering dampers on back order. Takes 6 months to get stuff from Fox. Takes a year to get stuff from King. So we got the suspension done. We posted that video. We fixed some rust. Posted that video. That's all taken care of. The thing with it is I am not a body man. I am a welder. I'm not a pipeliner. I'm not an iron worker. I'm more of a fabricator guy, but I'm not a body man. So I know that kind of sounds funky, especially to you, Garrett. You put floor pans in the Kitty Lee, and I'm looking at this crusty, rusty spot, and honestly, I don't know where to start, and more importantly, I don't know where to stop. So Garrett Warner, not Garrett Daniels, Garrett Warner has been working on patching some of the holes and the cracks in the floor around the seat frames or the seat mounting points, and it's been it's good. Customer's good with it. He wants to get it straight. You know, he's got that ready to go on his end. What I'm running into is Garrett Warner and I are not body men. We're like, you know, Warner's more of like a pipeline or former pipeliner and you know, does more like fab work like I do, like roll KG goodness stuff. Sheet metal shit is not. Yeah, exactly. When we start chasing the rust, we get into it. It never seems to end. I sent pictures over to one guy, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I don't want to mess with it." And I sent pictures to another guy who does restoration work at home, and he's a luxury brand body man. That's what he does. He's a body man. And he's like, pull the cab, blast it, and build it back. And I was like, oh, okay, that's great. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. See, that's okay. So Garrett Daniel says, not a body man. Depends on how far. Keep It Lee was under carpet and sound mat. See, that's how we were on, or that's how we feel about the stuff that we've done so far. We fixed a couple of holes. It looked like somebody fired a shotgun through the floor at one point. It had like a big old clover-shaped hole about that big. And there was a couple of rusty panel-y areas, like flat surface stuff. And then even that channel, Warner did a good job on doing that. But it's just kind of been one of those deals where, you know, like we're getting into structure. Start from scratch sometimes easier. Well, see, that's the thing is like the paint has been fixed on this thing, and that cross member, like it's not a frame cross member, it's a tub cross member near the fender and door intersection going in that supports the body mount. And the floor's kind of buckled up too. And that's also one of those things where it's like I just kind of don't know where to stop. or where to start with that. Like, do you get it straight and then just whatever happens with the body mounting, you make it work? Like, do you cut that cross member out and buy a patch panel? Like, I don't even like. I don't know. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube and a lot of Motor Trend, but I just don't know where to go. So I'm calling in reinforcements. I've reached out to a couple of people, and I think that's kind of getting outside of my wheelhouse for what we do here. Because the other side of me is go full Morgan Clark and cut the floor out of the thing and just tin it, like it pre-runner all the things. So. Yeah, it looks a little. I don't know. I almost think, and I was talking to the customer last night for a long time, and I almost think a previous owner had the wheel come off. Because I don't know how the hell you bend up that like cross member at the body mount on the tub like that. Like I don't get how that jives like that. Yeah, I know it is. Yeah. Yeah, I looked at it. I sent the customer pictures. So Garrett Warner, just so you know, Garrett Daniels and Stappy are in my group chat with Robert Kitty. So I sent them the pictures yesterday. And the staff lives in like Michigan, so he's seen stuff. I've seen some things, man. So, all right, what else we got here? Mo Party. Maybe. I would like to. I really want to. I should. The Jeep will be ready for Mo Party. It's just a matter of can I afford to leave. Let me see the dates on it again. (16th through the 18th of 22). (16th through the 18th). I'm not sure. I don't know. It's not a. Yeah. Hi, Yuri. Yeah, please pop your questions in. It's not even really the time thing. It's, in all reality, can I afford to go? Do I have the money to take off and go? I did talk to Rob about maybe getting an Airbnb for everybody. But the problem is it's 6 weeks away, which is not the end of the world. And finding the time, I've already talked to my wife about it, and the time to go away, that it's not that big of a deal. Hi Yuri. Joe knows me from school. Which Joe, buddy? Joe Mama. I actually do know a couple of Joes. I got a brother-in-law named Joe, so you caught me with that one. Well played. Oh shit! That was right. You know what? That was good. Did you see the chat?
No, I just heard it.
No, it says
Joe Mama.
It's totally let's see. My friend actually recommended your channel to me. Do you know Joe? He said he knows you from school. And I'm like, which Joe? He's like, Joe Mama.
Elaborate.
That's well played. Yeah. Nuri, Yuri? Nuri. Yuri, are you a car guy? Are you already a subscriber to my channel? Or are you just jumping in because you just waiting on the bus or whatever?
Publish it.
Well, his name is Yuri Nader, and I didn't. I should have caught it. That was good. That was good. Did he leave? Did he already bail? Participants. Oh, he's still here. He's still here. Yuri Nader. That's good. Sub to your channel, not much of a car guy, to be honest. That's cool. Hey man, we're just trying to build a good channel. I appreciate the sub. When you do get a chance to check it out, like the normal stuff, I'm open to constructive criticism. It's we're trying to build a good channel here. So thank you. That was funny though. You definitely got me, man. Yuri Nader.
Internet troll.
Oh God. I saw a reel earlier of some female comedian. She was talking about her son. And he changed his screen. Oh, hi Steve. This comedian, she was like, my son changed his name on TikTok. Thanks, Yuri. Changed his name on TikTok to @BigYummyPenis. And I was like, that's solid. Adam Ward, g'day, sir. Let's see. It is about 8 o'clock in the morning where you're at, over on the WA side of things, right? Just got up for work. Late here. No, buddy, it's 5:40 p.m. 6 a.m. Okay, there you go. Hey, I was pretty close, man. I was within 2 hours. Yeah, Adam is talking to us from the future. Yuri, Adam is from the land of the yellow stickers. Him and the tank get jacked with by the Western Australian police on the daily, pretty much. He is also the host of a podcast called The Pod Filter. And then one of these days, we're supposed to do what country am I from? Texas. Adam and I are supposed to do hot and dry. Adam and I are supposed to eventually do a podcast, like, I don't know. We need to call it, like, not both sides of the pond, like both sides of the ball. We can do like, yes, I have heard of Kenya. Yes. Texas is like a whole nother country. Can you say these nuts? All right, the first one was good. Yuri, you're reaching now. I mean, I like dad jokes. I got 2 kids, so dad jokes are a thing around here. You see it? Nothing is bigger than Texas except WA. There's 2 things you don't ask a man. One is his salary, and the other is if he's from Texas. Because if he is, he'll tell you. And if he's not, you wouldn't want to embarrass him. Texas' most famous food. Yeah. Texas' most famous food. I would say brisket, barbecue. Yeah, our barbecue is better than most places. Pretty much most anywhere. But I like barbecue from everywhere. But ours is different. There's two types of people, those that can extrapolate from incomplete data. That's good. That's good. What is Kenya's most favorite food? Can you see these nuts? That's funny. That's silly. Adam, how's the festy coming along? I know you're probably like, what are you drinking coffee or are you like taking a poop? Breakfast beer. Cold snack. Montucky cold snack. Urinator. Special. Breakfast beer. Yeah, we need to do a podcast together. I think it'd be fun. Festy, cut the front end off, make it a tube front end. All right, cool. So you're gonna make it like a drift front end, like bash bar. I think I saw your Instagram post where you were kind of talking about it. For those who don't know Adam Ward, he has got a couple of Instagram pages. There's Festy AF. Load of fiberglass this weekend. All right, cool. Yeah, Festy. He has a Ford Festiva that he built into a little rally car that's like a internet troll on wheels, basically. And has like the LED board turn signals with flashy middle fingers and all kinds of fun stuff. It's like blue and pink, and it's ridiculous, and it's cool. So, anyways, he rallies that car and rolled it. Now, most of the people in this room know that, but that's okay. Anyway, so it very low speed, and it like looked like it wasn't gonna go over, and then it was like hour and a half each way. Oh, F that, dude. All right. You have a wonderful day at work, and I will talk to you later. Yeah, you were like 2 steps above walking speed, and it just caught a rut and went. Yeah, it was funky. So, go check out Festy on Instagram, Adam Ward. You can find him. You can find the Pod Filter and then Festy AF, if I'm not mistaken. So, anyways, you can find it. He's not hard to find. Have a good day at work, buddy. Hey, we got 9 people in here now. That's cool. A lot of skill to roll it under 40. Yeah, no shit. What do we got here? Nathan Warren, 0 service and video for satellite. Okay. All right, cool. 8 viewers. Cool. Who else is in here? Let's see. Participants. Adam Ward, Cody Crafter, Garrett Daniels, and Yuri Nader. What else do we want to talk about? What else do we want to talk about? Yeah. Man, they do their thing in Australia, but it's not the same thing that we do. They do it, and they do it their own way, which is cool. But it's not, it's not GP. It's not. I don't know, man. I feel like you'll get, your hands chopped off for, hauling ass on the street or something. PNS. Keep it up with PNS. It means primary and secondary. Garrett, no, I kind of have not been following primary and secondary. I know that Matt has been posting like almost every day because my Patreon and my YouTube subscriptions blow up with PNS stuff, but I have not. I probably haven't caught a PNS episode in about 3 months. I also have not been following Chuck Pressburg as closely as I used to. Having the guys here in the shop, I don't have as much downtime. Well, not downtime. I don't have as much solo time to work on stuff. So therefore, I'm not really listening to podcasts and stuff. I'm spending more time chasing parts and doing whatever. Plus, Rogan's had some really good people on lately. And I've been listening to a fair bit of Rogan lately. This Andrew, somebody he had, I don't know, about 4 episodes ago, this brain doctor guy, all kinds of good stuff. I don't know. Anyway, so I probably try to catch about every 3rd or 4th Rogan episode and then do what I can. Electric cars. Let's talk about electric cars. Have you ever seen what a high voltage EV battery does to a raccoon? Because I have. Yeah. Electric cars. There is a time and a place for electric cars. My buddy that has a roofing company, it was not amazing. It smelled like barbecued death without sauce. It was bad. Burnt hair. And, ugh. Well, anyways, we had one come into the dealership one time, got towed in, and they were like, I don't know, it won't start. Got there, popped the hood, and there's a on one of the big orange wires. Poof. It was bad. It was bad. They had to replace the hood liner on that car, if that tells you anything. Okay, so electric cars. There is a time and a place for electric cars. If you live in the city and you ride the bus to work and you just need to go shopping and you just need to go see your parents a little ways away and you don't have to go to Home Depot 4 days a week like I do, and you don't have to pull any trailers, and you get your couches delivered by the moving people. If you just move from point A to point B 97% of the time, and then when you want to go somewhere and see something cool, you get on your motorcycle and you take a trip, or you have a gas hog ass of a truck like I do, but you still need to regularly commute, I think electric cars are great. If they can get the grid to the point. Exactly. If they can get to the point where the grid and the infrastructure can support the additional load. When California is going through rolling blackouts during record heat waves and record cold snaps, and people do not have heat and air conditioning to live, it has been 105 to 107 every day for how long, Clint?
Oh, it's 30, probably 30 days.
A month straight, like pushing 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. Yeah. So for 4 or 5 weeks now, it has been 105 to 107 straight. If it was not for the fact that we could come in and sit down in the office for a few minutes, not to mention operating our business, but if you could not get in and cool off and we set our air. My thermometer's a little off in the house. Like, I mean, we used to set ours at like 69 at night, 68, 69, but it really doesn't quite. It's like 2 degrees off. So we're setting it at like 76, 77 during the day. If you go in with a temp gun, it is damn near 80 degrees in my house. My kids, while they're home from school and not going places, and if they're staying around in the summer, they are hanging out playing video games with the curtains all drawn and sitting around literally in their underwear or in a pair of basketball shorts. No shirts on. I mean, my wife is wearing, thin t-shirts and yoga pants, and it's now when I go in, it feels great because it's been 105 in the shop all day, and our inside thermometer has been showing between 100 to 105 every day inside the shop.
Oh, in the shade, like 107.
Well, the outside thermometer's in the shade, and it's been showing 107. 100. I've seen it hit 111.
100, 102.
But when you can't keep elderly people alive because you can't keep the air conditioning on, the last thing we need to go to is 50% of all cars on the road sucking on the electric grid. Plus, it takes a lot to power those cars. If you look at the actual like amp draw of the car or the kilowatt hours it takes to charge it, it's like running 15 or 30. I saw one deal where it equates to like 15 refrigerators at once to charge your car to go 200 miles. Now, I think that the hybrids are the way to go. I think that hydrogen fuel cell cars are going to be the real way to go. And in my opinion, wife's sending me stuff. In my opinion, and it is my opinion only, based upon the data that I have researched, which is minimal, smaller, contained, regionalized, and compartmentalized modern nuclear plants are where we need to be. Solar's great when you got it, but the panels turn into a waste in the landfill. The blades on the power generators are horrible in landfills. They're made out of this like fiberglass that like never dies, and they just bury the shit, and they have to be replaced every like 6 or 8 years or something like that. 10 years maybe. I don't know. It's a lot. It is a funky deal. I mean, if we're gonna go to electric cars, we've got to go to smaller and compartmentalized nuclear plants, and then what they've got to do. I have seen there's some research regarding taking expended nuclear waste and turning it into batteries for like cell phones and stuff. Because the other problem with all this is the lithium mining, because you've basically got slave labor and child labor hauling up the batteries for everybody to get onto their Samsungs and their iPhones that are made by children, to bitch about whatever it is they're bitching about as they sit in a Starbucks with their blue hair and their nose rings. But you do you, baby. It's not my thing. Yeah. So electric cars have a place. The main problem is the infrastructure. And I think that hybrids are fine. I really don't have a problem with hybrids. The problem with hybrids early on was that they looked stupid. Once they came out with a Ford Escape that was just a hybrid Ford Escape and a Lexus RX 300 that was just that was just that vehicle that had a hybrid drivetrain. One of the nicest vehicles I like right now is my Riffin buddy. He's got a power boost twin turbo 10-speed hybrid F-150, and he gets 25 miles to the gallon, and he spends a couple hours a day on battery in the air conditioning, using his little desk and his center console, conducting his business. And he's also got a Raptor. I mean, that's it gets 12, and his other one gets 26. Well, you know what else gets 26 is the Chevy Trax that I've been driving that was my father-in-law's. I mean, that thing gets like 26 to 29, depending upon how I'm driving it and where I'm going. And that thing's a 4-cylinder little turbo, but it's gutless, and I have to wring its neck to get anywhere. So, the hybrid F-150s, the hybrid Escalades. I mean, I think that's the way to go. We just got to get the battery technology where we don't have to strip mine the earth with slave labor to make it happen. That's the main problem. So, but demand creates, public demand for a product creates demand. Necessity is the mother of all invention. So, just think about how many things were invented during World War II because they had to come up with a solution for something. Radar and all this other, perfecting radar and all this other cool shit, because we had to. So if we get to the point where we have to, it'll happen. Or if there's a lot of money to be made. All right, so roll back through the comments here. It's pretty cool. Thank you guys for joining in. Got it. Pretty cool. 2022. Yeah, EVs are great. Electric drive capability. The rolling black, I think, stupid. 22 hybrid. No, I've not seen the 22 Tundra hybrid specifically. I have watched Doug DeMuro's review of the Tundra. But Toyota builds like 50% of all hybrids produced in the world, and has. People laugh about the Prius, but the Prius works, and the Prius works well for what it is. You can buy a Civic or you can buy a Prius. The Prius is actually faster. Sorry. So they know hybrid shit. Toyota's got their hybrid shit figured out. Nuclear. Okay. Garrett wondering why not come up with a system that charges batteries like an alternator. That is basically what all modern hybrids have. Toyota calls it their synergy drive, and it uses basically the transaxle EV motor assembly stuff. That drive unit is a CVT with an electric eddy current motor in it. And an eddy current motor is really cool because it works both directions. You can apply voltage to it, and it creates a magnetic field and drives just like a normal electric motor does. But what you can also do is use it and apply electric field to it in reverse polarity, and it actually will act as a giant generator. And it uses the mass of the car stopping. Talking about Prius, CT200s, RX400s, the hybrids that I've had experience with, the LS460 hybrids, those things will go like 150,000 miles on brake pads, because they will, they don't hardly use the brakes. They use the hybrid system. They only use the brakes to like hold the car at idle, and if you really stomp on the pedal. I mean, we were doing brake pads between 30 and 60,000, 30 to 70,000 miles on pretty much every car, most of them at 50. And then, most of them at about 50,000 miles on most of your standard Lexus vehicles across the board. And the hybrids were going over 100, like consistently. So Tesla plug-in though, hybrid system, yeah. I once again, Elon's doing
the Tesla thing opened up EVs to the world, which is fine. I have no issue with EVs as a rule. What I've got a problem with is the government and the celebrities and the woke culture trying to sell me a bill of goods based upon the fact that EVs are better because they're not burning gas. There is proportionally more energy in fuel than there is able to be stored in the batteries. Basically, you are actually more efficient when you're like you can make gas blow up harder than you can juice something with a battery. And the fact that you can't refuel your battery without a supercharger station, which is 440 volt 3-phase stuff. That's enough juice to light somebody on fire. And then some. I mean, it'll kill you, like for real. So it's the problem is the perception. The problem is not the execution. The problem is the perception that we're being told. And on top of that, you've got people like Nancy Pelosi who know about these things ahead of time because they work in government, in the highest levels of government, and have the ability to tell their spouse and then make a couple $1,000,000 off of investing in Tesla and other EV technologies because they knew a week ahead of time that the president was going to say we were going 100% electric in all vehicle stuff. So anyways, EVs work. Moff Gideon, Steve-O, you had a CT. We liked your CT, right? Other than the fact that it was small. It was a good little car. I like the CT. I wish they'd have done the CT with a turbo 4-cylinder 6-speed manual and all-wheel drive. But then I guess that would have been a Corolla TRD or whatever it is. Corolla S. Yeah, did you? Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. I prefer hybrids over EVs. Did you drop out on that part? Let's see. Has car technology evolved to make fuel out of pure manure? Man, I'm gonna tell you that's over my head. I don't know about that one. I really don't. I wish I knew more about that one. Let me check this text. Hang on one second. All right. All right. Sorry. Oh no, Flash. Sorry.
Wagoneers. New Wagoneers or old Wagoneers? I think you know how I feel about Wagoneers. I think you know how I feel. Let me check something. And not about that. I just want to check something else. Okay. So speaking of large wagons and red things, Steve, you want to come down Saturday and we'll try to put the Suburban back together? We have heads now and we have stuff. I think we should get it running. Convert manure into fuel. Wait a minute. Wait. So we're not supposed to talk about politics anymore, but you're telling me there's cars that run on bullshit? Did you see this? Oh, you're not watching.
No.
So this guy says, so my buddy Garrett Daniels says, there's a large farm in Indiana that runs their trucks on methane produced by their dairy cow poo. Said apparently scientists are building engines that convert manure into fuel. I'm like, so, runs on bullshit. Are we going to use the same rockers? Yeah, we can use the same rockers. They're all right. I don't think it's a problem. Rockers or lifters or push rods? I mean, we can get rockers. They're cheap enough. That's no problem. Rods. Oh, yeah, I do need to get push rods. I'm sorry. That is true. I need to order push rods. Matter of fact, I will jump on and order those right now while you guys are here. And that way they will ship out today. You ready to go home? You go to the store. Come say bye to the people. You and your mustache. Clint's going to the store. He's been here for 11 hours. We're going to let him go.
You can sneak off.
Yeah, you're going to sneak away.
You're not going nowhere.
Push rods. All right, what else is going on? 2 people. Who else is here? It's probably just me. Garrett Daniels, I bet.
Garrett Warner.
I think Garrett Warner bailed out. Pop out chat. Oh, there we go. Okay. Can't get rid of me. Yeah, right. Push rods assembled. All right, buddy. Have a good night. Adios. Each. What else is going on? Warren Custom's still here. It says there's only 2 people watching. I don't know. What are you, Nathan? What are you working on? You always got something crazy going on. $7.8. Are you working on anything you can talk about? Yeah, but they don't see it. I don't know. We haven't uploaded anything this week yet because we had gaps in our available content. Let's use that phrasing. So Rowan's been working on a couple of videos. 64 Mercury Falcon. Mercury Falcon? They have a Mercury Falcon and a Ford Falcon? Is that a thing? So anyway, so I just jumped on here for a minute. Scott Burlington. $5/16. I didn't know there was a Mercury Falcon. What is a Mercury? A10 LS is painted to being buff. Nice. Mercury Falcon. Actually, should have produced for a few hundred yards of hand machine guards back out to the end of November. Hundreds of a few hundred yard of handrail. We used to have this jig for making handrail at the fab shop I used to work for. I actually ran into one of those guys yesterday. Oh, Mercury Comet. Okay. Is a Comet and a Falcon the same thing? Yes, they are. All right. I see what you're talking about here. 16, 7.8. Set of 16. Ooh. Install. What happened to your helper? I thought you had another guy. I know you kicked the one to the curb for stuff. But what's up with how are you gonna do hundreds of yards of handrail by yourself? Or maybe I'm a wuss. I don't know. Gideon will say I'm a wuss. 'Cause I am. Or maybe I'm just older and more broke. And oof. Yeah, I'm a wuss. Sorry, I'm looking at push rods here. One piece set of 16. Wow. How about okay, so cars hitting semi tires. Just a tire going down the road or like a whole wheel? Because I had one do that one time. No, Steve, you're not a wuss. We're just older than some of these other guys. Yeah, dude. I mean, Steve and I got like 13 and 15 years on you, respectively. Like, we're 50% older than you are. At 29, I was like pretty unstoppable. Like, yeah. 35, it started coming on. 35 with an office job, that made it worse. The last couple 3 years, gotten better, but still. R1500 Suburban. Yeah, man, I wasn't loading 350-pound plates on plasma. I did those. I got them 2 discs done at 21. So that one I would start drawing the line on. Plus, we had when I was doing that, we had forklift and gantry. There wasn't no getting hurt for, we didn't ride for the brand. Struck completely out of the pocket. Okay, so I had a customer's car one time that a wheel. Yeah. I had a car one time that a wheel came off of a semi, a drive wheel, and bounced 1, 2 over the median and landed in the center of the grill and the hood, like at the grill hood intersection, like right as the hood like curves down like this. It hit right here, dead center on the hood. The truck was going 70 and the Lexus was going 80. And that thing went 1, 2, bam. And that tire pushed the motor into the firewall through the hood and then crushed the roof, and the guy walked away. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. 234 each. 16 is. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do arm. You don't have a gantry yet? I built one here. It's handy. It's nice. All right, guys. Well, anything else I can wax poetic on or go off on tangents? Whew, that's a rough one. That's a rough hit. Took the bottom of the bumper off, killed all the coolers. Ever hit a cougar with a car? Is this another Yuri Nation joke? You're damn right there's a cougar in the car. I put it in there. Oh, that's right. You did hybrid a turkey. That's right. Oh, that sucks. G8. I'd love to have a G8. Actually, I want one of those cop car Caprice SS ones. Special vehicle things. I want one of those. That's a dad ride right there. Steve-O, do you want to put rockers in this thing? Do you want to put new rockers? I found the push rods. They got them at O'Reilly's for like $40. Or we can buy the Summit ones for like 100 and something. We'll buy the Mellings. That'll be fine. But We can put rockers in if you want to. About $50 for a full set with new pivot ball and a new nut. About $50 for those. We get all 16 of them. We do 1.6 ratio. About $67. What is we can use them. But yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. Yeah. Yeah. I see what you mean. It's just asking. Start can 374,411. Mission page at 50, 6 months earlier. At the lobe. Total duration. Going to Mo Party. Ugh. I have the time. I just don't know if I have the money. I don't know if I can afford to be out of pocket that long. It's really what happens in the next month is really going to dictate that. We really need to be moving into a new shop about that time. So I don't know if that's going to happen. I haven't decided. Well, it's going to be kind of a almost game time decision. I can stay on your couch. I talked to Rob the other day. He said, and I asked him, I said, hey, did you get a house for the Mo Party thing? And he was like, I didn't even think of that. No, quit tearing up your bed. Dogs are tearing their beds up. Yeah. I was like, hey, why don't you just get an Airbnb with like some bedrooms? And then we do our thing. So, yeah, I don't know. If that happens and I can try to bring that thing, yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking. It'd be good. If I bring that J. Yeah, old man frat party. New rockers. Yeah, I was just doing some research here real quick while I'm looking on the other side. That's what I'm looking at here. Is the 1.6 rockers. There's actually a little bit of extra lift. I was just looking to see if anybody was running 1.6 rockers on a stock TBI. Not the full roller rockers, just still the stamped ones. Sorry, I'm looking away. Rennie, Mo Party is in Bowling Green, Kentucky. It is hosted by Holly. It's the Dodge version of LS Fest, and it should be a banging good time. It is September 16th through the 18th. I am staying busy, buddy. How's your wagon doing? And did you get rid of your Belvedere? Or are you still cruising the wagon with the slant 6? Oh, how's your new job, by the way? Sold the Fury. Wagon's still my daily anywhere in a new shop. Yeah, that's why I may not make Mo Party, is because we might be moving into the new shop, and that costs a lot of money. So yeah, we're trying to go down to down closer to Alvarado, on this same side of the highway, but a little closer to Alvarado. So about trying to get to 3,000 square feet. Good, man. I'm glad to hear it. All right. Are you guys staying busy over there? Send over one of me. I'm just gonna bring anything other than me and the youngest. You're gonna drive it? Oh, won't be ready. Nathan, you said the 57 Belvedere won't be ready? Moving to Alvarado. Cool. Skyliner. Yeah, we did Holly Sniper on 70 model vet, and then I've got another 70 model vet that I need to follow up with the customer and trying to figure out when to get here. 2 early Broncos. I've got a 63 International sitting here right now. The K5 is back. Yeah, so we got a lot going on. Will not have a car there. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's a very real chance that if I do go, I'll just get in one of the fuel efficient rides and cruise up there. So I don't know. I'd really like to. I think it'd be a blast. But this whole building a business thing kind of puts a damper in fun. I mean, it's fun to build a business. Run, Forrest. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, it's 6:30. I need to go in and have some dinner. It's been like an hour and 21 minutes, so that's cool. I would like to start doing these ever so often because I think it'll be good for the channel. So if you guys have an idea, maybe we can do a certain night or every other week or once a month or I don't know, something like that. So if you have any suggestions, shoot me a message, shoot me an email. And otherwise, everybody in here has my number. So y'all be careless. I'll see you. I'm going to end this thing. Yeah. Yeah. Bring the wagon by. Say, hey. Yeah. Give me some topics for Q&A. I need to start doing these on Patreon. I'll check you later.